I'm James Spann. Tremendous rain now falling over much of northern Shelby County, prompting the National Weather Service to post a flash flood warning for North Shelby until 8:30 tonight. Looks like the rain chances will stay quite high through tomorrow. Then the weather changes again over the weekend. I've got the full forecast coming up on ABC 3340 News at 6 o'clock. That starts now.
Live from Alabama's news leader, this is ABC 3340 News at 6.
And you see the outer feeder bands are up here in parts of southeast Alabama. Raining today in places like Dothan and Eufaula and Enterprise. That rain is slowly working its way north, and it's going to be a tropical kind of week for our state. We've got one strong storm sitting on the Clay-Randolph County line in east Alabama, raining through much of Montgomery and Elmore counties. But around here, the biggest downpour is over northern Shelby County per hour, with a passing shower there during the hour. Heavy rain falling in Chilton County along Highway 22 between Clanton and Maplesville. Showers are moving towards the north-northwest. And so notice it's raining now in parts of southeast Alabama. The rain almost as far north as Montgomery. And as this whole thing lifts north, we'll be dealing with these tropical rain bands.
ABC 3340 and Chief Meteorologist James Spann want to help keep you safe. From Centerpoint High School in Jefferson County, Alabama, we proudly present Storm Alert 2012. Do you have a plan?
This is James Spann with a special televised version of Storm Alert 2012. Thank you for taking the time to watch this afternoon. The program today, it's all about the severe weather warning process in Alabama. Let's talk about the warning process. A lot of you have probably seen this image, the old Uncle Sam James Spann shot. That's been floating around the web for a while. But this year, we've decided to get serious about it.
During a tornado warning, you must leave the second floor of an apartment building or a motel. The motel behind me was severely damaged last April 27th. Fortunately, nobody was injured, but the outcome could have been much worse. Have a plan for tornado warnings if you live in a second floor apartment. Make friends with downstairs neighbors so you'll have a place to go. Do you have a plan?
Brought to you by Cadence Bank and ABC 3340.
In the middle of so much loss, the easy question is why? Why did this happen? For the people that live in these neighborhoods, they're asking, why did it happen to me and my family? But I was so encouraged to see the question change in the days after April 27th. From why to what? People in our state started asking the question, what can I do to help my neighbors in need? You know, this thing is just creeping. I mean, when you walk, we walk at about 3 miles per hour. At least I do.
Right.
You might walk faster because you're a runner.
That's about it.
But this thing is moving at 5 miles per hour.
Oh,
So, I mean, it's just like walking through the marshes of Louisiana at an extremely slow pace. And let's roll that Pepsi Kid Cam today at Good Hope Elementary School up in Coleman County. You know, Jeff Spiegel, he's the hometown hero of our sports staff up there. Everybody, you know, Jeff Spiegel is like he's like Elvis in Good Hope. And I don't have time to talk about this during the 5 and the 6 o'clock news, so allow me the freedom. Look at this,
right,
Dave.
feel
Huge trough.
Now, is this a jet stream?
Yes,
that track
it is.
the jet stream?
Yeah, and look at this dip right in through here.
Boy.
And this is very cold air aloft, and that oftentimes will cool the lower levels. So this trough is passing basically overhead today, and that's the reason for this thing. Kick off the weather with an ominous sky shot. That's from Hackleburg, taken about 15 minutes ago on Twitter. And now that storm is really blowing into northwest Alabama. Let's go to the Skycam network. Tremendous rains and very high winds passing through. There is some dry air around the system. That is limiting the strength of this. It looks like it might be a Category 1 or a minimal 2 at the time of landfall.
The next couple of days, we will likely get soaked from Isaac. But it's gorgeous now, James. Isn't that beautiful?
Nice. I like the bell tolling. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm going to sit down.
You don't sit down, you stand up in my segment.
I gotta stand up?
Yeah, move that chair out of the way. What's the matter with you? Net, rain approaching Alexander City. Montgomery had a wind gust of 38 miles per hour about 45 minutes ago with these passing rain showers. Let's go down to our Gulf Shore Skycam, and again, this is coming from the Phoenix All Suites. It's horrible down there now. They've got a squall, a wind gust to 61 miles an hour. That is within the hour. Over here on the east side of the circulation, these spiral bands producing tremendous amounts of rain. This is the band that's coming up into Mobile Bay. That's the one that brought the wind gust of 61 miles an hour, and flash flooding, a very real possibility for Mobile and Baldwin counties. And within these spiral bands, we have potential for small isolated tornadoes. I wanted to show some images from this morning from the Spann Twitter army, and I guess this is the one that's always the most disturbing, Pam. This is Messer Airport Highway, and look, it floods every time in this spot when there's a big downpour. We know that, but it just seems like every time we have water rescues right there. This was this morning, and you know, we say, turn around, don't drown. Yes. We have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect now for parts of Winston, Lawrence, Franklin, Marion, Fayette, and Lamar counties in West Alabama. And again, as these have passed on through, we have had many reports of winds in the 45 and 55 miles per hour range, and that line is filled in all the way through central Mississippi. The special edition of Focus at 4 continues. I'm James Spann, live in Pratt City. As far as I can see to the southwest, as far as I can see to the northeast, you can clearly see this large tornado that cut this path through here. The heavier rains, more than likely off to the west, will maintain the chance of showers late tonight into tomorrow. The rain tapers off tomorrow afternoon. And then Thursday and Friday, the weather should be relatively dry, just a slight chance of a shower both days. A car is one of the worst places to be when severe weather threatens. In fact, if a tornado warning is issued while you're on the road, you have to abandon your car and seek shelter immediately. Good evening. I'm ABC 3340 Chief Meteorologist James Spann. April 27th, 2011, the day everything changed here in this neighborhood, Pratt City, in the western part of Birmingham and around the state. So many tornadoes, so many lives lost, so much damage. It was a day we will never forget.
And all these emotions started to set in as the death toll kept going up and up. Every day that the death toll kept going up, a lot of emotions going through my mind, all of them. Anger. I was angry at me. I was angry at God. Angry at the system because we failed the people of the state because the death toll was that high.
It has been a very, very tame tornado season, and the one thing we have to remember, April 27th was generational, which means for most of us adults, we will not see another day like that in our lifetime. But we have to remember, all it takes is one tornado coming through your neighborhood, and that becomes your April 27th.